Stay right there. Stay right there. I'm always getting something every time. Okay. Hi guys. Okay. I'm just gonna like give people a minute to come in because I did not announce this at all, except on Instagram like 2 minutes ago. So, okay. Okay. The Q&A is actually going to come from my Instagram. So, just know that. So I already asked Instagram a couple days ago questions that they wanted to know. So if you're not following me on Instagram, they basically like, they get to know everything first. It's just like the easiest communication, and I'm still not used to like YouTube shorts, but let me just close my door for a second. And I got a lot of questions, like way more than usual, obviously, yeah. But I also got a lot of really good questions. So, because most of the time I get asked like the same top 3. Okay. So this video is obviously live, but once I'm done like with the video, it'll still be up if you want to like go back and watch it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Hi. Oh my gosh, you guys are everywhere. Ooh, Jersey Shore. Illinois. Wow, lots of Jersey Shore. That's kind of crazy. Montreal. Michigan. Was it like snowing in New Jersey the other day? I said, what? No, it's like 40 something degrees in Florida. Should have gone more south. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start answering some of these questions. Bear with me as I go through them. Straight out the bat, Lyric Lover Crafts. Amber, love her. She asked, what are my top 5 favorites? Movies, books, food, musicians. Really good questions. And every single time I get asked this, I'm never prepared and I go blank. So just know that for whatever reason, I should really think about these things, but I don't. And then when I get to filming them, I forget everything I like. Movies. Okay, so I have like my core favorites, but I'll give you guys what I'm just like obsessed with right now. Clue, Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's is number 1. Clue, I would say, also Weird Science I've been watching, and there's an 80s movie called Fraternity Vacation. If you've never watched it, it's so funny. No one really knows about it, but it's so good. And My Chauffeur. So those 3 are like really old, or 80s, not really old. Books are hard. I've been reading so many back to back. It's really hard to say, but those Barbarian books had me in a choke hold. And I will go back and reread them all over again. What I love about them is they're such an easy read. You know, there's not like this over suspense. It's so just nice. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it. So the Barbarian books, and I have to say You Swear took me out. I've never bawled my eyes out in a book so hard in my life than over Say You Swear. And I don't like sad stuff. It's not my gig. It's not my thing. This had just the right amount for me personally. Um, and 90% or like, yeah, a huge 90% of this book was really like more uplifting. Um, so yeah. And obviously Joanna Lindsay back here, Julie Garwood, all of their books are top notch. Foods, my top like foods. Since like healing my stomach, I mean, I'm a huge like cheeseburger and fries kind of girl. If I think about going to baseball games all the time just so I can get a hot dog. I can get a hot dog anywhere, but I want it at a baseball game. Um, but I'm really like an Americana kind of girl. I mean, you can't beat Tex-Mex. It's out of this world. Uh, Hamburgers, pasta, like that's not Americana, that's Italian. But like I just love food. Um Sierra asked me a question that I'm not gonna repeat, but just know if you're watching this, I'll message you later. Um okay, so this one I got asked the most. I've been asked this. This is probably the number one question everybody's been asking me, and it's, am I looking and shopping for homes in Texas? And the answer is I am not shopping for homes in Texas right now. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot coming out with that, and yeah, that's all I can say. Jay asked, top 3 artists of all time. That's a good question. There's so many that it just changes for me, but in general, I would have to say Frank Sinatra, Depeche Mode. I know like those are like night and day. And Taylor Swift. Like those are the top 3 that I guess I probably couldn't live without. What is your favorite holiday, and will I be decorating for Easter this year? That doesn't sound like a deep question, but it is. My favorite holiday, you know what? Sometimes that switches for me. I think each year I just look forward to different things more than others. And I feel like this year I'm really going to like look forward to Halloween more than anything else. But it's usually Christmas. But I think this year Halloween is gonna take the cake in terms of not the meanings or, you know, or anything like that. It's just in terms of like the season and decorations for me. Will I be decorating for Easter this year? The answer is probably not. I pretty sure if you guys go back and watch me decorating for Christmas, it probably was pretty clear that I struggled. Like, I didn't put out that many videos. At one point, I just kind of like aborted mission, and I just didn't feel it. And I'm struggling there. I'm really struggling there. I'll get to that probably in another question. Where do I store my out of season mugs? There's a lot of storage in this kitchen. So I end up rotating them. So I have one cabinet that's like current season, and then like they just get pulled from another cabinet to that cabinet, and then they just like they keep switching. Has it been difficult making all the decisions on homes you've purchased as a single person? I really don't know if I am fully understanding that question. I guess technically at the time that I bought my last house and this house, no, it wasn't a difficult decision. Um, and as a single person, yeah, no. I'm one of those people um, When I see what I like it. I typically don't have buyer's remorse. Typically. Another big question I know as I go through these, I'm going to be asked, when do I think I'll move back to Texas? If it were up to me, I would have already been back. So I don't know if that answers it for you. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did. I wish I did. Trust me. I'll probably get back to that too. All right, do I speak any other languages? Italian. Somebody asked, why don't I save for the future? Your ideas and home is beautiful, but seems like a lot. How do you know I'm not saving? I don't know about that one. Another big question. I have to say right now, a lot of the big questions are also Micah based. Somebody asked, does my daughter want to move back to Texas also? Micah is very like go with the wind. If you watch her and you follow her YouTube channel, me saying that should make a connection. Like you should be like, oh yeah, I see that. She will just kind of like go with it, but I can tell you Texas is not her end goal at all. She will not want to permanently reside there, at least not right now. Do I enjoy being single? Ever wish I was married? I have talked about this. I have enjoyed every part of being single these last, like, I don't even know how long at this point. I went through every day feeling like I couldn't get enough of it. It just seemed so relieving for me. And I just couldn't get enough. I loved doing my own thing. I loved not having to worry, not having to feel insecure. And those are all my things, not that anyone in my relationships necessarily made me feel that way. You know, it's just like things that you do to psych yourself out. And it was just so nice that I didn't have to like put myself through that. And it just seemed like it made the most sense. Like, why would I put myself through that? This is just so much better. I've talked about how there was a point where I realized that I might not ever get married, and I felt really sad about that. So I know a lot of you tell me, and I've seen it everywhere, that, you know, great things can still happen, and I believe that. And I'm open to it for sure. But it would have to be clearly, obviously, everyone's going to say it's going to be the right person, but like for me, yeah, I'd probably be super picky. Advice for starting a budget and paying off debt. I've been managing my finances the same way since my 20s, or like my technique, I guess you could say, and it's through an Excel spreadsheet. It's what works best for me. But I know that's not really the question. I have to say something that I wish I realized sooner rather than later. And I know this one is so freaking hard to do, but it is key. And that's, you gotta pay off the credit cards. You cannot pay the minimum that they ask you, because you will really never reach there. They're gonna just cash in so hard on you, and you just giving away free money in the end. But I know it's like easier said than done, but like don't pay the minimum. If you can, don't, just pay it off. I mean, obviously if it was that easy, you know, but you're just gonna be giving them the money anyways, one way or the other. So I learned that I should have learned that a long ass time ago, but I didn't. I was just like, oh, why not? Just give them the minimum. They just taking your money at that point. Yes to the bookmarks question. Favorite music genre, artist, song. I love, like, it depends for me. Like when I'm taking a shower or if I'm stuck in traffic, immediately go to Frank Sinatra because woosah. Okay, Frank Sinatra, gotta do it. Girl from Ipanema, probably one of my favorite songs. I actually like a lot of his songs that aren't as like New York, New York, Chicago, like those are great, but I like some of his other songs. But I do like Come Fly With Me and like all those. But when I'm running, I honestly I'm probably the most attracted to like hip hop and rap. Like I just was like that in high school and it was like my thing, and I remember dancing in like, you know, the gymnasium for dances, and yeah, it's just my thing. And it's what I have in my playlist when I run or when I work out because it gets me going. So I just love so many different artists like T.I., Kevin Gates, Lil Wayne, um, Wiz Khalifa, more of the like, I also love Nicki Minaj. Not so much Cardi B kind of girl. I'm a Nicki Minaj kind of girl. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, let me. If I could go anywhere in the world to visit with a snap of a finger, where would I go and why? South Korea, for sure. There's just something about like that culture that I'm just like incredibly attracted to. Um, I probably would struggle with the food. I don't know like if I would like the food, but like the culture, the people, just everything about that is like it has me in a chokehold. Um, like I don't know if you guys read the Barbarian books that I've been talking about, but they basically like go into a spaceship that's like been on this planet, but this spaceship can like insert languages. It like zaps you and then you faint. Oh, God, Ruby Dixon kills me. And then when you wake up, you just have the full language. I would fly to this planet and get Korean inserted into my brain for sure. What TV show or movie is your guilty pleasure? I've never understood. I mean, I get it, but then I don't know that it applies to me like guilty pleasure. I just don't feel guilty about anything that I like. So does that make sense? Um, uh, Curious how I stay thin. I know you don't do keto. You don't count intermittent fast. Yeah, I thank you for thinking I'm thin. I have some pounds I do want to come back off. Like I was where I wanted to be, like right when I moved here, and then like some of it just kind of came back on. But I do try to do intermittent, well, I try to do fasting in a sense, but I do it for healthy, like healthy reasons, not to like lose weight. I do it and I get this question too, how I healed my stomach. You have to let your stomach digest it. If it's if first of all, I'm not a doctor, don't take my advice. I'm just going to talk in the format of this is what I did for me. I couldn't let my stomach constantly be eating because it was constantly taking every energy I had to digest. And I just don't digest as well as I probably should because there's probably other things, but my stomach's been doing such a better job of this. So I, um, so letting your body like rest. So essentially, I try not to eat late anymore. I try to eat dinner around 4 or 5. Um, because then my body isn't spending the whole time sleeping digesting, because then it's not resting. So my stomach gets time to digest, my body gets time to rest and sleep. And in that comes a lot more healing when you actually rest properly. And then in the morning, I try not to immediately put something in my stomach. Now my routine is I get up on an empty stomach and I go run. And I will never put coffee on an empty stomach anymore, because then that raises cortisol, all this stuff. I also try to just like, one big thing, I had to cut out the chips. Had to cut out, I try to cut out, and this was really hard, but I try to cut out as much processed foods. Like, I've noticed I don't buy as much for the pantry as I used to. And I look at packaged things so differently. I hate saying that. I hate that we have to do that. I wish I could just like go freaking buy a bag of fruit roll-ups and, you know, shove them into my mouth, because like I would do that. And sometimes I do it. Gushers, love it. But like, in the end, my body just says no. And I've had stomach issues my whole life, and I just got sick and tired of it. Sick and tired. So how do I always have so much freedom of spending money? So YouTube is a business, and obviously you guys know, you watching my videos and you watching my ads pays YouTubers, and I put that money I get, I put back in. I put back into the videos, to the hauls, because that's what my channel's just become. It's essentially what I love doing right now, and I can tell you guys love it too, because they're just my most, they bring in the biggest views. So it's really not so much like, oh, blue, 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 blue. No, it's just, okay, this is part of my niche. You gotta spend money to make money. Am I as happy in Florida as you were in Texas? No. I hate having to admit that. The smile is hurting my face. Why am I still doing it? I'm still doing it. Sorry. You need more Loki? Loki's in his kennel. But I will give you guys more Loki. How do I juggle all that I do? You're amazed I accomplish it all alone. I thank you for saying that. I don't know. But I guess you know, I mean, I don't know what your life looks like particularly, but I'm alone. That's probably how I can juggle it all, you know? So there's that. Will you be doing any more vintage vlogs and hauls? I got you, girl. Yes. Have I ever read any books by Danielle Steele? I don't think she's my gal. I'm a Capricorn. I don't think she's my gal at all. I think, I don't know, there's just a style of writing that I like, and I don't think she's it. How often am I recognized in public, and does it bother me? Okay. Listen, I've never been recognized more in public than since moving here. Somebody comes up to me pretty much every time I'm at Dollar Tree, and that has shocked me to my core. And no, it does not bother me. Like, come up to me, come talk to me. If you want to talk to me, I'm just going to show you what's in my cart. We'll talk about what's in your cart. How long do you think I'll live in Florida? Listen, if I could, what, Texas? That's where we'd be right now. Okay. What one thing do you believe has been the key to making your channel such a success? First of all, thank you for thinking it's a success. And if it is, it's only because of you, because like, if you aren't here, crickets, right? So thank you for that. I really don't know why you watch me. I sometimes don't want to ask, but if based off of comments I've gotten, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I talk to you like you're a friend, and I don't know. Is that a thing? Um, did, I don't know. Did I not answer that right? Okay. I asked in a comment, but you get so many. The black carry-on bag you took to Florida, I love it. Which one? Girl, all my bags are black. So let me just like break down my bags. The one with like the holes in it, that's like the dupe for that other thingy. I think I got that from Amazon. I have these other bags that kind of have like the athletic look. I love those. I bought them from TJ Maxx. I don't know what other bag. I'll post some of them on my Instagram for Deborah and see which one she's talking about. I heard you mention a ghost before. Did I physically see the ghost? Which house are we talking about? Because my ghost stories, I have so many. There's actually videos of them, so I'll try to find them, and after this video gets, after I end this video, I'll try to link it in the description box. But I have stories. I definitely, if I'm being honest, I definitely don't want to tell, I don't want to tell that ghost story again. This was before I ever did YouTube, but I told this story about this house and this quote. Can't do it. I'm done. I'm literally done telling the story about that because it makes me freak out. But if you're talking about the ghost that I mentioned that someone saw in the dining room, like on the wall, that freaks me out too. Would I ever write romance novels? The answer is yes. Currently writing. Do you guys want to do you want me to start sharing that process on my vlogs? I've just been very I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just in a different season now, but I feel like I'm getting more and more comfortable sharing more. But do you want to see that? Oh, yes. Okay. While you answer that, somebody asked, your dog barks at a corner in your room and you're terrified it's a ghost. I mean, what's he barking at? Who remembers? This was caught on camera. Who remembers when Loxy straight up watched a ghost walk by? You can't tell me that it wasn't something. No. I know that whatever my dog watched, it scared the bejesus out of me. Julie remembers. I'm telling you, it wasn't the last house. It was the house before that when Micah was still... Janet remembers. Because that was not funny. That house, I was completely convinced. And I'm jokes aside, there was a point where I was convinced someone was living in the attic. And this thought literally came randomly out of nowhere. And then I realized that that's actually has happened to people. But anyways, that's not the point. But this house was weird. This house was freaking weird. I was sitting on the couch and Loxy was, where was she? She was, I think she was on the couch with me. Like I had the ottoman pushed up. I think she was there. And if you guys remember how the backdrop went, it was the kitchen was behind me. And not Jean giving us the ghost emoji. But it was dark and I had the lights turned off. I remember that. And Loxy looked up and my dog's eyes went like this. What was she following? Loxy didn't do that. Loxy never did that again. So, anyways, do I have a time frame for moving back to Texas? So, like I said, if I could be back, I would have already been back. Like, it's as simple as that. A part of me hates to admit that, but then like another part of me like I just don't care. Like I wanted to move here. I wanted it to click. I wanted it to feel right. I wanted it to be everything that like I romanticized, and I waited and waited and it's only gotten worse for me. So if I could have already be back, I would already be back. I think I'm gonna start a whole series on my TikTok and on my vlogs, and because I unfortunately don't have a date, but I want to start like a timer and see if I make it home in that time. And I wanted to put like 90 days. So if you want to follow me on my vlog channel, follow me on my TikTok, we're gonna be covering that, seeing if it happens. I don't know. It might not. Can you go back to decorating on your channel? I missed the inspo. Yes. It's just I'm in such like a weird mental, like I'm in a weird headspace, I guess, about it because I'm not feeling inspired. And there will be times where like I will abort filming a video if I just don't feel it in me. I don't want things to come across as like not, you know, genuine. And it's just so hard for me to push past a feeling like that. It's just I love seeing the decor. I want to feel excited. I don't feel excited here. I wish I did. I truly wish I did. Like I bought the most beautiful freaking ribbon, and I was hunting this ribbon down because I saw a photo on Pinterest that like inspired me for Valentine's Day, and I bought it for the entryway wreath. I got it, and then I looked at it and didn't do anything. It's just, yeah, it's a funk. Exactly. Like I'm just not inspired, and I'm one of those people where like I just have to feel it. Yeah. Do you think I'll move back to Texas within the year? If I don't know how much longer I can go, ladies. You might have to come hold my hand. What is something you love and respect most about yourself? I don't know. I don't normally think about myself in that aspect. But probably I'm a Capricorn. I'm just gonna say it, my work ethic. Which state do you like the weather in more, Texas or Florida? Texas. And Dallas is bipolar, okay? Like, an EF1 touchdown in Fort Worth the other night, and it demolished things. But I'm used to Texas weather. And when I moved here, oh, first of all, it freezes here. Second of all, hurricanes. Third of all, tornadoes as well. I'm like, you know what? That's a lot. I can just go back to Texas and cut out a hurricane, and it's better. It's actually a request. Can you do a reaction video on your throwback Dollar Tree videos? I've never been asked to do a reaction video. Do you guys want to see that? I don't know if I can stomach watching myself. I would just be wanting to throw up, I think. Would I buy another house unseen? No. What one item in your house is your favorite purchase of anything? That's a really good question. Wait, yes, you guys want to see a reaction video? Okay, I'm just gonna want to vomit, but all right. If you want to see that, you want to see me be green. What one item in my house is my favorite purchase of anything? Okay, that's actually easy. My movie posters. So simple. They're like 12, 15 bucks. My movie posters. And they're in storage. What is your favorite history fiction book? I don't have one. What personal goals do you wish to accomplish within the next couple of months? I mean, I'm just gonna keep this answer like so super basic, because obviously there's big goals, medium goals, small goals, but I'm just gonna do some small goals. I want to get my body back into shape, and I want to build a tan. Like, if I'm gonna be here, might as well get the tan. Okay. Do you ever see yourself going back to corporate world? How long will you do YouTube? Ladies, I will be here hauling for you in a rocking chair. Okay? If you want to see me do that, I will be here. Is the younger crowd gonna get the content and the views? Yeah. But if you want to see me, probably a mask for my asthma, I will be doing it. I don't see myself like hopping off. If I ever saw anything, it would be like if I were to really start writing a ton of books and it be doing great, I would probably focus more heavily on my vlog channel and not post as much on my main channel. But that's, I don't even know. But I would still, as long as you want to be here, as long as you want to watch me, I'll be here. Do I have many friends? No. I like my family. I'm very much a person where when I was in a corporate world and when I had those friends, I was always kind of like let down. And I find myself feeling really good and really safe and really myself with my family. So you'll be here in the rocking chair, not you inserting a chair. There's a rocking chair emoji. Would I ever come to Canada? Funny that you should ask. We'll see. Have I ever read the 50 Shades of Grey, Thank you for being a friend to me and others. You're so welcome. Thank you, Teresa. I have never read the 50 Shades. No, I've watched the movies though. Um, I don't know why, but this is just me personally. Like, I get it's part of the whole story. I get that obviously like there needs to be like a a moment in Christian's mind on like what makes him the way that he is. But the lady who groomed him, that made me uncomfortable. I didn't like that part. What do I do with all the Dollar Trees? What do I do with all the Dollar Tree stuff I buy? That's another question I get asked so many times. And yeah, but I get it. Which I've already talked about. If there's a sorting process for me, um, I would say like a good 85% I keep. And then the rest gets donated. There's just, I show you guys what's new, stuff that I love, things I wish I had a reason to use, stuff that I think is so cute, and you know, because Dollar Tree turns around new stuff all the time. But I just unfortunately don't always have a reason, so it gets donated. But 85% of the time, I keep everything, and then if I don't end up using it, it goes like back through the donation process. But Um, moving home to the same location as before. It's generally is the target, I guess. Yeah. Um, yes, I will be doing my Junk Journal live videos. Sorry about that. My bad. But yes, they will be Sundays. I've been struggling. How am I so awesome? Thank you. I'm not. What do I like best about being single? I've been for 20 years after a failed marriage. Oh man, just so much. I get to look ugly in peace. You know what I mean? I get to eat ugly. Like, I'm gonna stuff my freaking face. And who for who's gonna see? Who? The golfers? Um I know those sound like really small things, but like the remote, having what I want on TV and not get like, yeah, Hallmark's on. What about it? You know, like that kind of thing. Um, uh, does Micah think I'm funny too? No, 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 no. If I were to ask her that, she would get, she would, she would actually, in reality, she would look at me, turn around, and go back up to her room. That would be the actual real response. But no, no. Oh, am I concerned about a golf ball might hit? Actually, these golfers aren't that bad. I don't know if it's just like how the how it's set up. Um, I've had some golf balls on the lawn, but they're very respectful. They don't come and retrieve them because I know they're not supposed to, and they don't. I mean, not that I know of, because their balls are still sitting there. But like I'll end up throwing them back anyway. But uh, there was one time though where when Megan was here, someone whacked it and it was like almost hit us. Um, okay. What career did I have before YouTube? In general, I was an architect. I did a lot of mortgage side stuff. Yeah, I guess that's how I'll answer that. Can you tell us some more ghost stories, and have you noticed any in the current house? So I haven't necessarily felt any sort of like ghost thing here, but Micah had an experience and it scared the shit out. excuse me, scared the shit out of her. And like, that scared me because Micah does not get scared. She's just not like that. She's very cool and collected in that aspect. And when she like screamed and she was frightened. And apparently she said this was like pretty close to like when we first moved in. She said that I'll have to ask her again, but basically she saw a old lady, like a creepy old lady or something like that, and it scared the shit out of her. She said she was like turning around and then she saw her, and then like, so I'm like, yeah. Do I hate love? I do not hate love. I love love. Actually, like, I love seeing people happy. Like, I'm addicted to that. Like, I love scrolling and seeing, like, you know, people do their thing and be happy. Why don't I move someplace else, not Texas? Girl, you really want me to roll the dice like that? Really? The odds are not in my favor. We should just put me right back. Put me back in my little corner and just leave me alone. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good here. What kind of question is that? I don't know. There's other questions. I'm not reading them, okay? Let me just tell you that. How tall am I? It's hard to tell, but I'm guessing you're about 5'8". I wish. I'm 5'5". I'm probably 5'6". Actually. I've been saying 5'5", but I think I'm 5'6". Because Micah is 5'5", and I'm an inch taller than her, but I'm an inch shorter than my mom. I'm 5'6". I had a dream you moved to Florida and found a man. Is that in the books yet or what? Well, you got the Florida part right. Why do I do this to myself? Are you and your daughter homesick yet? Micah's chilling, y'all. That girl's chilling like a villain. She don't care. She don't care. Me? I cry. I've been crying on the daily. Good times. Ooh, Lexi asked me, what is my favorite Dollar Tree item like of all time? First of all, that's so wrong to ask me that. Second of all, I'm gonna answer it. But third of all, I need a minute. Michelle knows. She knows. Deborah knows. Theoretically, stickers. Blue elephant. Boom. Charlotte knows. Jesus. Y'all really. The lemon plates. Not you bringing that back up, because I was really bitter. I didn't get my hands on those damn lemon plates for so long. For so long. Eyebrow pencil. Yeah. I feel like, to answer her question in the complete way that she asked, what is my favorite Dollar Tree item like of all time? The blue elephant sticker and just the stickers in general. Currently, the tabs and the eyebrow pencil got me in a chokehold. Chokehold. and I will just keep buying it for no frickin' reason. I don't need any more, but I'll see it. That's because I'm alone, okay? Let me just do it. No man here on this planet, when are we leaving? Thank God Karen asked, because you free tomorrow? If that barbarian planet was real, my God. Don't forget, someone has to sedate me, because I can't be in a spaceship seeing outer space like that. But, I mean, if there's outer space, not gonna get into that. When do you close on your new home in Texas? I'll help you move back home. Girl, I mean, I love what you're manifesting here. I wish. How do you like Florida? Is it everything you thought or not really? I do love Florida, but I understand that it's not home. It's more of a second home. And I have realized that what I was doing before, I wasn't in Florida enough. But what I'm doing now is too much. So I'm having a Goldilocks syndrome. I need to be here, but not here, but also not here. Does that make sense? How are you doing really? I mean, I said this in my I am in the best. It probably sounds like a contradiction, but like maybe, I don't know, maybe it is. But like I do feel like I am the best mentally, especially losing Loxy. And like that was probably like 2021, 2022, like I mean I started healing in 2022, but like so I mean I wake up every day and I'm just like I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like, and I'm thankful for that. Like I feel like, you know, I feel good, but in the same like opposite breath of that, how am I doing really? I wish I was home. And the more days that go by, the worse that kind of gets in my mind. And I'm trying to, you know, refocus myself, and it's hard. It's hard. I'm a person that like I like to have control. I like to have of myself, of my day, because I know I'm the only one that can control that. I'm the only one that can decide if I'm happy, sad, or upset. No one else can do that. And no one else can change that for me either. Only I can do that. So but lately I get all these emotions, and it's like, it's a lot. I'm overwhelmed with that. And I'm having like, it's taking me longer to compartmentalize. And it's just, I just don't like it, if that makes sense. So I guess I'm just dealing with that, you know, dealing with, don't want to regret my decisions, because I know I would never have seen home the way that I needed to unless I did this. So I know I can't regret it, but it's also kind of hard not to. So I'm trying not to be hard on myself. How can I start a junk journal? I want to, but I'm worried. I don't know how to do it. Sweetie, that's the beauty of junk journaling. That's why I'm obsessed with it. If you guys remember back at the last house, I talked about how I wanted to start a new hobby. Like I was in search of it, like I needed it. And that's when I stumbled upon junk journaling. And I'm a person where I have to multitask. I have to be perfect at everything, or try to be perfect at everything. And junk journaling was such a relief, because it can be any way you want. Literally. Just start. Just start a couple of pages. Let it be like say to yourself like, oh, it's not gonna be good. But like then you'll see. That's what I do with myself. If you are thinking like me, like, oh, where do I start? I put off starting for the longest time. Like I was buying stuff for it, but I put it off because it was kind of like, oh my God, like what do I do? And then I told myself, you know what? Just throw some stuff down. And then you get into it, you start watching people that inspire you, and then it takes off. It's amazing. This question right here, this is gonna go down as probably my favorite question. Based on Loki's personality, what kind of car would he drive? Okay, somebody just said, next house must have a fireplace inside, please. That's a Texas thing, so yeah, it will have a fireplace. I got you, Junk Darling Joanne. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Based on Loki's personality, what kind of car do you drive? Okay, you guys have to answer that. Lamborghini. Loki is wild, out of control. He's handsome, and he knows it. He's probably a snob in some sense because he knows you're on camera and then he snubs y'all and gives you the eye. I would say so many cars are coming to mind, really, with him. I'm getting Mercedes G-Wagon. He's too good for everybody. I'm getting a Formula One racing car. I'm getting Lamborghini, Ferrari, for sure. And he's not Volkswagen Beetle, honey. That just does not have enough speed for him. Corvette convertible. It's a convertible for sure. You know he's got to have that wind blowing. Actually, a request. I miss Deep Thoughts. Happy Saturday. Okay, I'll bring them back. Please give us an update on anything Loki is doing that is new and noteworthy. Okay. I'm convinced Loki actually understands every single thing that comes out of my mouth. And I know that like a lot of pet parents probably think the same thing. I know with Loxie, I could just talk to her and I was just like, yeah, she's chilling. She's my little ride or die buddy. And she's chilling, she listens to me. But Loki has showed me, like I think he understands English 100%, which is kind of scaring me. So yeah, like I thought that like Loxie did, but seeing Loki, no, Loki for sure knows every single word. I mean every word. I could say I'm gonna make fish tonight, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I'll watch you do it. Like, it's crazy. My Decorate With Me, when will you bring back Decorate With Me videos? Honestly, probably when I move back home. Probably when I move back home. I think I'll feel the feelings. What is the last rabbit hole you went down? Wow. Not a Controversial question. How do I answer that? Well, if you've been down the rabbit hole, so have I. Does that answer the question? It doesn't. I'll say this. Um, hmm. I believe them. And also, I started a kind of side note to this one, but I have to say that if people are watching that missing Malaysian flight whole thing, I went down that rabbit hole a couple years ago, and I'll tell you this, I never once ever thought that that plane crashed in the ocean. Nope. There's no way. I watched this was years ago, but I watched a like science engineer, the whole thing, a whole guy talk about like the science of like possible outcomes of like how the plane gets into water and just speed, nosedive, things like that. They found nothing. Okay. But anyways, I digress. I personally don't believe it went down. What classic novels have I read? What were your favorites? I mean, Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if it gets any more classic than that for me. Other than it being home, why do you love Texas so much? Well, I mean, obviously I can't like, all I can do is compare it to here. I can't really like compare it to anywhere else, because like I haven't spent Bugatti. That's the car I was looking for. Loki's a Bugatti for sure. Yeah, manifest exactly. How do you know what books you have on the shelf? Oh, because they're turned around. Well, these are decorative. So these, I don't care to know. They're from Dollar Tree. I have certain authors on certain shelves. So I just turn them around, find what I need to find. It's not a big deal for me. Okay. So other than being home, why do you love Texas so much? Like I said, I can only compare it to here. There's stuff. Like, I don't know. There's nothing here. I don't know how else to answer that. Have I received pics of your granddaughter son watching my videos? Love you. No? Where'd you send them? Is it a feeling I'm from Texas? Oh, like, is that why I love home so much? It's like a feeling? Yeah, if that's what you're asking. If this person's watching, you sent pictures of your granddaughter, where'd you send them to? Because I have not seen them. Please send them. Can you do a contest where the winner gets to go on a Dollar Tree trip with you and I win? Would y'all like that? I've never like thought about it like that. I really haven't. I don't think of myself like, hey, get to be with me. That just feels too much. Like, who would want that? Y'all out here saying yes. Okay. 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 I'll do it when I go back home. I can't bring y'all out to nowhere land. Okay? So, okay, all right. Hold on. Let me write this down. What should the contest be? How do we do a contest like that? Okay. Wanting to go. Me. Please don't make the contest based on creativity. No. We'd have to make it so easy. Like, I don't like that either. I don't like the feeling of having to do. We'll cut that out. You know what I mean? Is Loki fully house trained? It seems like he has free reign. He's definitely, like, we still have to put stuff up. He needs training. I talked about the trainers that I scheduled and the drop on the ball with that. And once I do, like, I have a whole, you guys are going to get a whole video from me about my experience. Okay? So I know I'm not saying much, but like when you see this video, it'll all make sense. Wait, where'd that question go? Oh, I think but no, Loki needs training. When I go home, it's gonna be the first thing that's gonna happen. Loki's got to go to, he's gonna do 2 different forms of training. He's gonna do just obedience and that, but then I'm also gonna have him trained for protection, because that's what they do. That's what they want to do. It's the job they need to do. So Loki has to, his breed, like a German Shepherd, they have to have jobs. They can't just be, a German Shepherd cannot be a Golden Retriever. So Loki has to feel like he has something he's supposed to do. And Mass Cane Corso is meant as a, well, they're actually used as like a hunting dog and a family guard dog. That's what they're, the whole line is about that. So, yes, Canadians can win. Yeah, I'll do US and Canada. When did you start doing Dollar Tree hauls? Did you film before Dollar Tree? Love all you do. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca who? I love her. I started shopping at Dollar Tree 22 years ago. I always know based off of Micah's age. Like I started shopping actually before, like a year before she was born, so 23 years. I started filming. My first Dollar Tree haul was in 2013. No, 2012 or 2013. I've been doing this for 10 years now on YouTube. And I was not the first Dollar Tree hauler. I don't know if you guys remember this far back, but I feel like the very first Dollar Tree hauler, I think she had where you just saw her hands and she just showed the items. Like that's how like YouTube was a lot. Like you sat on the carpet, you didn't have the lighting. Like YouTube was sort of fresh then. Did you film before Dollar Tree? Yes, I did actually. It was not my first series of videos. It was never like the thing that I thought I was gonna do. And YouTube was actually only temporary. Like I got pissed off that I couldn't kill these gnats. And then when I learned the whole like vinegar trick, I was like, I gotta tell the world about this. I have to. And I created a channel and I picked CheapCraftyGirl as the name. What does it have to do with freaking fruit flies? And then I posted that, and then I did flip-flops. Like I made flip-flops cute. So that was like my very first. What are you looking forward to most about moving back to Texas? Having lunch with my brother on Fridays. Like, that was our thing. Just as weird as this sounds, seeing my Texans. People I don't know, people I'll never meet, but I'm gonna see a lady at Hobby Lobby and I'm gonna be like, you're my homegirl. You know what I mean? What's my current movie lineup from waking up to bedtime? Weekend at Bernie's. If I could live in any era, what would it be? Honestly, probably I would want to live like in London back in like the 1800s when you were put out into society into a ball and you found a husband. Like, why does that seem so easy? Somebody also asked, have I ever uploaded a video and take it down? If so, why? Oh yeah. Yeah. And out of vulnerability. Like, you know when at work they say if you're upset, like sit on the email, don't send it for 24 hours kind of thing. And then the next day you're kind of like, oh, okay, like I don't feel the same way. I've done that for sure. Somebody asked, how's my novel coming along? I want to publish this year. So I'll say that. Do I golf? I think you could become a great golfer. Thank you. I'm an athletic person. Like I do think I'm coordinated. I mean, I grew up playing soccer and track, like those are my sports, but like I also played basketball and like with friends and baseball, and I was in a co-ed league, and I love sand volleyball. Like I think I would be decent at golf. I think it would take time for sure to be decent. But I think my hands hurt if I whack it wrong. So something's off there. Ever think of getting another dog? Yes. And there's already a name picked out. And I almost got said dog, but then I was like, you know what? You're not doing good. let's calm down for a minute. If I could have a CraftyGirl product line for Dollar Tree, what would you create? Now you know damn well that would be composition notebooks, which is why I created them. Because of Dollar Tree. Because I love seeing what they come out, but sometimes they don't come out with enough. And I created my own, which by the way, I just secretly threw in a new release, and they are 80s pop comics. So they're on my Amazon. So it would be notebooks. Like I'm just obsessed with notebooks. If YouTube had existed when you were in high school, would you have started a channel, and what type? Girl, first of all, I don't think the world needed to see me in high school. And I'm so very thankful that us 90s kids don't have any evidence. Because I was out there creating havoc. I was the clown. I was doing the most. And the internet does not need that. You know what I mean? I think we have enough. But if I were to have started a YouTube channel, It probably would have been vlogs. Like, I don't know what else. Like, I wouldn't have been the type that, like, did makeup. I would have been like, come on, let's go see how much I can piss off my teacher. um, so there's that. Okay, next question. What is my dream job? Probably being an author. That or like decorating. How did you decide on Loki's breed of a dog? That's a really good question, and I've mentioned it, but I will tell the story again. Lolly was my very first official, like, my dog. She was gifted to me, and she was a Cane Corso, and she actually came out of East Texas, and she died tragically. And so at the time, like, it wasn't supposed to happen. It was very trauma inducing for me. And it was my first dog, and it was like awful. And at that time, my brain was like, I gotta replace her. Like, I have to like see her in some format again. And that's when I got Loxy. And then it just became this, like, this is the breed I know. This breed actually works with me too. Like, I can give this breed what they need. And that's why I knew that Loki would be the same breed essentially. Because like at that point I could have, I could have gone any breed, but I knew I couldn't be a husky owner. I know I'm not a small dog owner. I'm a Cane Corso owner. So hopefully that makes sense. More info about Mr. Battery, please. If you're talking about the vlog, he was married. Like, there's nothing to say. He was just, it was raining. I actually had sat in my car because it was pouring, and I sat and waited for it to let up a little bit. So then I came around, lifted the battery up. He saw me struggling, came straight for me, grabbed it, and opened the door for me. So whoever married him, she just, I mean, that's all we know about him. Like, but like still. Then he waited at the checkout next to me for my new battery and then carried it back out. That's the story. How long have I been doing YouTube full time? What's the best full time? 2020. Like full time 2020. The best part is that it feels like what I meant to do. That's the best part. I'll never forget the day that I woke up and I didn't have my corporate job anymore. And it was the best feeling for me. There was a time where I loved my corporate days. I loved dressing up, and I know a lot of people love it, and there's a lot to love about it, but it was no longer for me. What actress would you want to play me? What actress would you want to play me in a movie, and what would it be called? Okay, hypothetical. We'll go the barbarian route. Let's say I'm coordinating the movies about us, about a girl, me, gathering up other girls, you, trying to convince everyone to get on a spaceship with me with all the stuff we talked about, and then heading into outer space in search of the barbarians. Who would play me for that? I mean, I don't know who's my age that I would like that could play me. If I'm being honest, can I play myself? Can I be in the movie? Because, I mean, that's a really good question, but I just don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, Julia Roberts, Natalie Portman. Yes, not Julia, not Drew Barrymore. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have it for me. Not my personality style. Anne Hathaway. Okay, Anne Hathaway and no, I'm not a celebrity. No, it's okay. Calm down. If me and Micah switched like they do in Freaky Friday, what was the first thing you would do? Go put on a bikini and go to the beach. Because her body. Like, please. Please let me put on those cute little outfits and go. That'd be the first thing I'd do. Hey! First thing. Oh, you're our celebrity. I'm not, but thank you. That's what I would do. Hi, Norma. The comment just like disappeared. Well, I can't tell you guys what my novel's about. Come on. Jennifer Garner would not play my personality type well, but she would definitely, Jennifer Garner would definitely be, what's the second role called? What do they call them? She'd be that. Hope you're having a good day. That's all she said. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. No question. Thank you for all you do. I look forward to all your hauls and vlogs. Thank you so much. Where do I see myself in 5 years and in 10 years? An author cranking out those books for you. Whew. Girl. I got another one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Wow. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these. Oh god. Would Micah and I ever go to Walt Disney World? No. It's not my thing. Like, I don't have like a desire to like go to theme parks or like Six Flags, like stuff like that. No. I mean, other than like Micah would maybe want to see the whole Harry Potter thing, but even then I don't think she has like a need for that. We just, not our thing. Am I ready to be a grandma? Oh, why did that make me feel some type of way? No. No. Not gonna be one for a while, or maybe ever. Favorite candy? Right now it's Twix, but of all time, Mambas. What do you do with junk journals when you finish them? That is, oddly enough, a heavily asked question. I keep them. Some people sell them. I keep them. I actually contemplated selling the one I'm making right now. I can't do it. I gotta keep it. What is the upload schedule for your 2 channels? I feel like I never know when you're uploading. Yeah, and I'm sorry about that. I usually have a schedule, and I just haven't. I've been having to post when I feel I can post right now, because like I told you, I don't want to feel like it doesn't. But technically my vlog schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. That's supposed to be my target. So not posting Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but I just posted a Saturday because I had a video that was supposed to have gone up. I thought I had it scheduled and I didn't. It was on private. And then if you guys like watched, I threw up a video and then I removed it immediately and then it was posted today. The reason why I removed it immediately was because it had Love Island on it and it got flagged for that. And I'm just like, what do they think we're doing out here on YouTube, that we're like letting you guys see full episodes for free or something just because you have a 30-second audio clip? Like the clips, they have to be like under 20 seconds. If it's more than that, they get to like they get to take your monetization. I'm like, for 30 seconds? What? I don't understand YouTube with copyright. I truly don't. So when I took it down so that I could remove that part, I saw that the video I thought that had posted Wednesday was never posted. So I was like, oh, let me just throw this one up while I fix this one. And then I reposted it today, if that makes sense. And my main channel is pretty much every day except Friday. That's my goal. My goal is to post every day but Friday. So, would I ever cut my hair into layers? I've never liked that on me, if I'm being honest. But I oddly enough, I've thought about it. I'm like, maybe I need layers, but like, I don't know. Any more thoughts on another dog, which I answered, and how about moving to a Texas beach? No, gotta go straight home. Straight, like DFW. I gotta be riding on the tollway, and only Dallas will understand. Like, gotta be back on my roads, gotta be back on my stuff. When I was there, I never felt more myself than driving on the tollway, which is weird. Okay, we're gonna close this out here. What is your favorite thing about Florida aside from the beach? Will I ever move again? Yeah. Yeah, I will move again. Have I ever been to Canada? No. I'm wondering like if like I had a connecting flight or something, but no. Not that that would count, but no. Would you consider making more dinner cooking videos and you love it? Yes, I will. Are y'all laughing at me? What qualities makes the perfect man? I don't know why, but that seems like such a personal question for me. Like for a second there, I was like, oh yeah, but like now I'm like, I don't know why that feel like. Let me think on that one. Let me think on that one. But I'll say this: humor. He has to understand my humor, for sure. I've been with someone who like didn't get it, and it's weird. But yeah. Do I have another job besides being a content creator? I do not. Favorite board game? Clue? What are your plans for this summer? Anything exciting or fun? I love the videos, Marie. Thank you. Trying to go home. Okay. Your favorite meal to cook? Actually, right, I showed you guys the new pasta. Have you guys made that pasta that I shared the recipe for? Because it's chef's kiss. And I'm talking about the fresh pasta, the one with the basil, the tomatoes, and the brie. Then I also made the other pasta with the creamy pasta with where I use the chicken stock. You have to try that one. But right now, I have to say salmon and rice, and kind of doing that Emily Moroku, whatever her name is on TikTok. I am loving it. Plus, it makes me so full. And I love that because I'm really only eating like half, like this much of salmon and rice, and I'm like so full. And I like that for me because I feel full. I don't feel horrible full. And I know my stomach is digesting that like easy. So, and it's so freaking good. You know, I don't feel like I need a burger after it. So, oh, you're answering the questions for me? Go for it. Story time about the guy from the airplane who asked me out. Did I not already tell it? Did I? Yeah. So essentially, board this plane, I talk about how I sit next to this lady whose name is Doreen. And if you watch my vlogs, then you saw the audio, because I recorded audio clips. And I was actually trying to record to like pick up the captain, but then Doreen was so freaking funny. Like I was in tears. And there's only one person that can make me laugh like that, and that's Micah. And this lady had me going, but like I didn't even get to record that part. But so we're sitting there, but then we have to deplane because the fuel leak turned out to be bigger than everybody thought. And so they deplaned us, moved us to another gate. So they were towing another plane to us, that whole thing. And when we board back, I'm, doing the phone, scanning my boarding pass, and I'm walking off, and the person calls me back. She's like, "Oh no, like come back, like your boarding changed. They changed my seat." So my seat ended up going up two rows. And when I sit down, they sit me next to I get window, and I'm like, I don't want window because I'm terrified of flying. So this guy sits next to me, and basically one thing leads to another, and he just tells me how he had been a row in front of me before and had like heard me cackling with Doreen. And then he laid it on thick. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't know if I should have been scared or what, but he just was, yeah. And then he just started asking me a bunch of questions, like, oh, joking, like, this is a date. I'm like, at 30,000 feet? Okay. I haven't heard from Doreen, never got her number. She was only down here, though, to see her sister, from what I know. So I know she's probably back home at this point. But Doreen, this lady, and she was a smoker, and I know she was hurting. I know she was hurting. Because, like, at one point, she was, like, chewing on gum, chewing on gummy bears, and we were just laughing. And then, oh, there was one point where this was before we deplaned, and she was like, oh, I just need a cigarette. I said, really? With the fuel leak? And then, I don't know why, but, like, we both busted out laughing, and, anyways, yeah. So that was the last question. I answered the most, I think, out of any of my other Q&As. I mean, there were like 3 questions that were inappropriate. But that's the Q&A. So I'm gonna get this live going. Also, my phone told me that it was low battery like 10 minutes ago. So this video is gonna process. It's probably gonna take about an hour, and then you guys come back and watch it. But Debbie, you'd be surprised. There's some guys who just don't, they just more bland. You know what I mean? But I hope you guys had fun. I hope that answered a lot of questions. Yeah, like I said, I know the biggest one right now is like going home. I'm gonna have a buy me a coffee link if you wanna help. But no, so yeah, yeah, we'll see. So like I said, I do want to start like a timer. I want to just kind of like see what happens. And I don't know, but like if I could, I would have already been. I would have already been home. I know you guys want to see decorating. I don't have it in me. And I will. I mean, I'm at this point. You're gonna see the content about all of this more on my vlog channel if you don't follow that. But I feel like there was something else I thought I was gonna like come back to. But did I? I know a lot of you probably wanted more of the ghost stuff. I think I like skimmed over Micah's experience, but all I'll say is like she really was scared. Like she really was scared, and she really thought she saw something. And I've never personally seen Micah like that. So I will definitely give Loki a big hug for you guys, and thank you so much for being so freaking nice and supportive. Like I know there's good and bad, but like I have 98% good. Like, and that makes me feel so lucky. Like really. I mean, listen, if they're doing or saying stuff, I don't know about it, okay? So, I feel like everyone's generally very respectful. And yeah. So, good night. I'm gonna go watch Weekend at Bernie's. And I took notes, contest. You guys wanted to see a reaction video? And I know somebody wants more dinner videos. And I know about junk journals. We'll resume those. But yeah, so yeah, the contest giveaway, yeah, got that. That will be like my first big, like, if I get home, when I get home, we'll do that. I just have to figure out like how would the contest be? I don't even know. I mean, I really don't know. I don't want to make it hard. I don't want to make it any sort of to-do, so I have to figure that out. But yeah, so grocery hauls. Okay. I know, you know what? I feel like I really haven't been doing those at all lately because I'm like, is it boring? But okay. No, the contest, I gotta look all into the whole contest, but right now I am thinking I'll be paying for a flight. So, you know, the whole thing. So, gotta look into that. Gotta make sure that like, you know, gotta make sure it's not somebody that doesn't like me. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be weird. So Shein, Amazon. Yeah, I haven't done a Shein haul in a while. Oh, the fridge needs a restock for sure. Outfits. I need to do my outfit reels again on my Instagram. So I'm going to start doing those again. But yeah, if you're not following me on TikTok too, I'm going to start that whole like timer thing for moving. We'll see how that goes. You know, I don't know. I feel like if I do it, it'll make me feel good, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It's just so random, but Patrice, thank you so much. That's so nice to say. Would love to see all my mugs. That would be an hour-long video. Literally. Thrift stores. Oh, I want to do another one of those like vintage thrift store hauls. So yeah. I'll do one this week for you guys. Maybe Tuesday. I'm gonna do another Temu haul, the order that I placed myself that I told you guys about. That was supposed to have been Tuesday. Didn't do that. So I'm gonna film that, and then that will probably be like Thursday. So I'm gonna do, because I do Dollar Trees Mondays, Wednesdays. And then I leave Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays kind of up in the air, and I've been doing lives on Sundays. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll bring you guys a thrift. I know somebody wanted a Tuesday morning haul too. Yeah, so okay guys, I'm gonna go take Lily for a walk. I'm gonna go watch Weekend at Brains, and I had a really good time doing this. I hope you guys did too, and I will see you when I see you. Just pray for me. Okay. I'm just watching comments come in. Makeup with story time. I could do a get ready with me story time. I don't know what story I could tell though. But all right, love you guys. True crime. Oh, I've talked about this. I have always wanted to fit true crime in somewhere, but I have to do it at a very like not very often, and I don't. That's why I wanted to start a podcast. Like I have all the equipment. I bought the equipment for the podcast, and I just haven't created it. I feel like that would be the best place for I even have a name for this podcast. It's probably taken for sure, but like I don't know, whatever. But I have always, there's one case that like has stuck out to me and I can't get over, and it's Asha Degree. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that case. Kendall Ray covered it. I know Bella Fiore covered it as well. This little girl's case messes me up more than any case ever. And no one talks about it, no one knows about it. And it's old, it's an old one. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna look into podcasts. But yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna go. Love you guys. I'm gonna let this video, this is gonna end, like my phone's gonna die. So the little girl's name is Asha Degree. So I'll spell it for you. And I have my theory on what happened to her. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.